Good morning, students. We were reading chapter number 6, that is living and non-living things. We have read about the one characteristic of the living things, that is living things move. So we read about that how human beings they move, animals they also move from one place to another, and plants they also move, but they move in a different way. Like we read about the example of mimosa plant, that is touch me not plant. So when we touch the leaves of this plant, the leaves of this plant they close, and after some time they again open. So this is how the plants show movement. Now the next characteristic of living things is living things grow. So that is on page number 61. So next characteristic of living things is living things they grow. Plants and animals grow with time. Non-living things they do not grow with time. See, if we talk about the plants, plants they grow from the seeds. We take a seed, then we sow it in the soil, then we start watering it. The roots and the shoots they start coming out from the seeds, and then it becomes a new plant. This is how the plants they show growth. From the seeds they grow up into a big plant. So plants they show growth. The same way human beings, as we first we are children, then we become a little tall, then again we become tall, and at a specific time our height stops over there. So in human beings also growth occurs. The same way in the animals also. Animals first they are baby animals, then they grow as the human beings grow, and then they become the fullest to their height. So the next characteristic is living things grow. Plants they are living things, they grow. Animals they are living things, they also grow. Human beings they are living things, they also grow. As the picture is shown on 61 page, a child grows into an adult. First a baby is there, then he grows to some height, then he again grows, and then he becomes an adult. So this is the growth shown in human beings. The same way this is the growth in the plants. From the seeds new plant grows. Next characteristic is living things they breathe. We breathe, we take in air. Can we live without air? No, we cannot live without air. So next characteristic is living things they breathe. I'm reading from here. Living things breathe. All living things need air to breathe. We breathe through our nose. Several other animals breathe through their noses too. Cockroaches, butterflies, and mosquitoes breathe through air holes in their body. Plants breathe through tiny holes called stomata present in their leaves. Now, how breathing occurs? How exchange of gases occurs in living things? First, we'll talk about the animals and human beings. How do we breathe? We have a nose. We have a nose to breathe. We take in air through the nose and we exhale carbon dioxide through the nose. Animals. See animals, talk about any animal. They also have a nose to breathe. Next, there are some animals like insects. There are some special breathing organs in them that are called air holes. Insects, they have air holes. Like we have nose, they have air holes to breathe. Butterflies, cockroach, air holes, they are present on their body. So they take in air through the air holes. Cockroach, butterflies, mosquitoes, they all breathe through the air holes. They don't have nose. Have you seen nose? No, we haven't seen nose in mosquitoes, butterflies and cockroach. So they have air holes on their body through which they breathe. Plants breathe through tiny holes called stomata. Now, like we have nose, plants, they do not have nose, but they have special parts through which they breathe, that is called stomata. Stomata, they are present on the leaves. Stomata are the small holes that are present in leaves. These are the stomata. So, plants, they breathe through stomata. Where is stomata present? Stomata is present on the leaves of the plant. We cannot see them. We can only see them in the microscope. With the naked eyes, we cannot see them. They are not visible to us. They can only be seen in the microscope. So, as human beings have nose, other animals also have nose. Plants, they have stomata to breathe. Exchange of gases takes place through the stomata. Which gas do we take in from plants? We take in oxygen. From which part it is coming? It is coming from the stomata. Plants take carbon dioxide. It is going to the plants through the stomata. यहाँ से आती है, यहाँ से जाती है. So these are the parts or organs like in plants. Non-living things do not breathe. Have you seen non-living things breathing? Chair, table, your fans, do they breathe? No, they cannot breathe. They do not have any organs to breathe. So only living things, they breathe. Next is an activity on page number 61 only. What is that? Let's see. To watch plants grow. How can we say that plants grow? We usually see plants growing in the gardens. If you have seen one day, it is a short one. You will see after 2-3 months, it has become a little big. So this is the growth that occurs in plants. Now, how we can see this? By performing any activity. Materials needed: take any seed, take any bean seed, gram seed, soil, a glass jar and water. These are the things you can need. Do it at home. It is very simple and you will see that how plants grow. Take soil in a glass jar, place bean seeds in it and water it. Keep it out in the sunlight. Water it regularly and watch the plants grow. After a few days, you will see baby plants growing from the seeds. Plants are living things and therefore they grow. Now, how you have to perform this activity? Take any glass jar and take soil. Put soil in the glass jar. Suppose this is your glass jar. You have added soil in it. Take any seed. Take any gram seed, take any bean seed, take rajma ka seed ले लो. Put that seed in this soil. इसमें डाल दो seed को. Then Keep this jar outside in the sunlight and then water. Keep watering it daily. Daily इसको पानी देना है आपने. Then after a few days, what you will see that this seed that you saw, it has started growing. Shoots and roots, they have started coming out from here. यहाँ से इसके shoots and roots निकलना शुरू हो जाएंगे. And then after some time and after few days, it will start growing into a plant, and then it will become a big plant. So this is very simple activity. Take a glass jar, put soil in it, sow the seed, keep it out in the sunlight, and keep watering it regularly. After few days, you will see that seed has started growing. So this is the activity to show that plants show growth. Next, living things need food. Next characteristic of living things is they need food. We need food. Can we live without food? No, we cannot live without food. Animals can live without food? No, they can also not live without food. Can plants grow without food? No, they cannot grow without food. So living things, they need food. Food is necessary for them to grow. This is the fourth characteristic. Living things, they need food. Living things need food to grow. Food gives us energy to work and move. Now, why do we need food? Because food gives us energy to do the daily activities that we are doing. We are working daily. We are cooking, walking. Everything needs energy. And from where that energy is coming? That energy is coming from the food that we are eating. Animals eat plants or the flesh of other animals as food. Now, what is the food of animals? Animals are living things. Sorry. What do they eat? They eat plants as well as flesh of the animals as food. Now, plants, they do not need to go in search of food. They make their own food in the presence of air, water, and light. Animals need food, and to get food, they move from one place to another place. But plants, they do not need to move from one place to another. They make their own food in the presence of air, light, and water. They need these three things that are compulsory for them to make food. So plants, they make their own food only. They do not need to go from one place to another place. Plants को भी देखा आपने एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाते हुए? No, they do not move. But animals, they move because they need food. So in search of food, they have to move from one place to another. So plants, they make their own food with the help of air, light, and water. Non-living things do not need food. We know that non-living things, they do not need food because they do not grow. If they grow, then they need food, but they are not growing. So there is no need of food for non-living things. So next characteristic is living things feel changes. This characteristic will continue in the next lecture. Now, as your revision test they are going, let's revise. Your test of first chapter has been done. Now let's revise the second chapter.